All right, welcome to another one of our Paifu reviews. It's been a long time since we've done this, and we're here with two new faces here. We have Phong and Ashley,
Hello,
and
hello.
so the players on the table here. We have Phong starting east. I believe this is Bryant on the right. Wait, actually, wait.
That doesn't sound
Sorry,
Yeah,
this is Jeff,
right.
right? Jeff is east.
yeah.
Bryant is south, and then it goes Ashley is west.
I started west. I started west.
Oh, Fong is west, and then Ashley is north. Okay. Yeah, sorry, we don't have the names here, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just go off of A, B, C, D as it's listed here. Oh, actually, yeah, we could just switch to Fong's view, but we can talk about all the hands as it's going. I guess I'll just switch it to whoever's east. Okay. Right. Joined also with us here is Bryant and Simon,
Hello.
and we'll be talking through this game.
봄, 지,
Nothing interesting of note yet. That's interesting of note, I think.
I don't remember what this thing.
Bryant, why 6-pin?
Oh,
Was an earlier cut. I don't want to mess around with the dealer. It's called twice, and I'm having problem cutting my east.
Mm-hmm.
West I kept as saved out.
리지,
Sorry, let me stop switching around. Looks like everyone's folding, which is good. One, so is there a safer tile? 2-pin safer. Just taking a look at the hand here on the left. If you were completely folding, then 2-pin is 100% safe. That's Genbutsu. One so breaks the hand and is also not proven to be safe, right?
I mean, we can also talk about if you should keep going or fold.
Yeah, we can talk about that first.
Let's
Yeah, I think
Let me bring that
for
in.
this one I
you're
was
muted, Ash. Oh, you're just talking to my
oh,
heads.
I could hear it through you. Yeah.
I think I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep my e-pay goal and keep
Yeah.
pushing.
That's what I was guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't fold here.
But if that's the case, why cut the completed
9? I don't know. Was I partially
no
folding?
wait,
Just
you
pushing.
cut one soul, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. I want to push, but also safer tile.
Mm. When you cut that, you'll end up if you push. You have to push. You have to cut 2, 3 soul as well.
Yeah, that's my, I was gonna do that after.
Mhm.
Or yeah.
Well, I mean, if there were no Ricci on the table, let's put it this way, right? Let's say you're gonna push. If there were no Ricci on the table, what would you discard? You wouldn't discard one so, would you?
No, probably the 8 so.
8 so, right? So you're what I'm hearing is like, oh, you want to push, but you also want to push kind of safely, and so one so because it's a terminal tile, you think it's safer, so you're gonna discard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we go back to seeing how the 7-mon was cut?
Okay. Is this what you meant?
リーチ
Yeah. Hmm. So at this point, are you thinking about just completely bailing, or are you thinking like, oh, you're gonna try see if you can get like a cheat toy going?
We're thinking Cheetoy here.
Hmm.
But and also because he cut 7 earlier. So I cut 7 with chance of Cheetoy if necessary.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone that would cut a different tile than 7?
At then 7-mon from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Like, as 2 pencils is an option.
Yeah, 2 yeah.
In effect, there's probably not too big of a difference which one you cut. But if you cut 2-pin, right? This is going a little beyond. It's not 100% safe against the dealer, right?
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
7-mon is, since he didn't win on it. But like, it might be worthwhile to think about if you want the dealer to call, because like if the dealer calls one more time, then there's like just 2 people fighting each other, which will make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably cut 2-pin, but I wouldn't say it's too strong.
I see. That's interesting to think about. I didn't think about like wanting more people to fight. I would just think about it as like, oh, there's more people 10-5, there's more chance to deal in. But no, I mean they're gonna be cutting fresh tiles because they both want to win, right? Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I think
Generally,
it's more important to think about first your own hand, right? Is your
Mhm.
hand close enough to be close enough, or I guess Richiroku 1 gives like the 3 conditions, right? Is your hand 1 tempai, 2 high value, 3 good guaranteed good weight? Probably not in those orders, but those 3 conditions, right? And the reason why they give those 3 conditions is because once you meet 2 of them, it works out, like the math works out to be such that it's worth it to push against Arichi. And if you don't have it, more often than not, it's not worth it. And so it's more important to take a look at your own hand first, evaluate that, come to that answer, whether or not you'll push or fold based on that criteria, and then play accordingly, than to worry about other things beyond that for now.
I'm gonna request that we zoom even more back. Let's go to Fong's hand at the 7 so.
At the 7 so okay.
Yeah, like 3.
Up here.
地
Yep. Or yeah.
If you cannot cut the 7, so what would you cut? Phong?
If I could not cut 7 soul,
Yeah.
see. I mean, I would want to get rid of one of my pairs. I would maybe throw the 7 on back. Or maybe 3 soul. Actually, yeah, 3. Accepting the 7 mana, that's that's like a third pair, right? I'm supposed to avoid that for now. So, yeah, maybe just 7 mana.
If you the 7 mon allows you to advance with an additional 7 mon, right?
That's true.
But does it let you do anything else?
Wait, the 7 mana?
Yeah, like if you threw it, like what do you lose?
They throw 7 mana, I lose 7 mana. I mean, yeah, that's like it, right? Because I already have a Ram in there.
Yeah, you only lose 7 mon. And then if you do get the
Yeah.
7 mon to Tenpai, then your weight would be the same on Forso, or you can take like a really weird Shabo on 6-pin and 6-0.
Hmm.
Right, but that's like a pretty weak weight. Because that's 3 tiles max, and they're all big middle tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you kind of kept your if you didn't cut 7 so here, right, you can kind of make that into 2 straights.
2
Yeah, that's
Diamonds.
true.
Yeah, it's possible to improve it. The 7 mon is just although it's the most cutting 7 so here is probably the most straightforward, but it adds very little to keep the 7 mon.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could even, because you have the 3 6-0s, you could even think of, in one development, the 6-0 would be your pair, and you could even grow something on the 6-pin as well. So it gives you development on both sides to kind of keep most of your shape together.
Yeah,
And
that
you
makes
can
sense. I
use
should be extra motivated to get that out of the way because it's harder for that the 6 pin to like become not my pair, right? I guess I could draw like a 5, 4, 5, or 7. Mm, I guess not that hard. I guess 7, 8.
Okay. Let's move forward until you reach it.
リーチ
Did you want to talk about this decision here?
リーチ
Let's say if you didn't throw the 7 mon, right? Like that's just not in your river. Would you reach it right away, or would you wait to improve your hand?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Sometimes it's worthwhile to wait to improve your hand.
I
Yeah.
see. My worry was like I didn't have other Yaku, so I just figured I should reach because it's like early enough. I figured my odds were good even with a bad weight. But yeah, I could see like I could have like drawn into door or something, not too difficult, or just improved the weight.
Yeah. I mean, if you just get one more Han, your hand's doubled.
Hmm.
And I mean, here you can take like a 5 Han.
Yeah.
Although the 5 Amons are kind of gone, so I think it's fine to just Rishi this given this specific board state.
More often than not, it's usually correct to Ricci though, right? So
Yeah.
リーチ
okay. Did you want to move on?
I mean, there's a chance to con the 6-0.
Why not con? Yeah.
Oh, why not con?
Mhm.
What was I thinking? I don't know. I guess I just usually decline to con unless it's like terminals or something. But yeah, I guess I should have. I'm the only, I'm reach. Everyone else is folding. I might as well. I could even get Rin Win.
Mhm.
Another way
That's
to
Yeah, I just
Aura as well.
yeah.
Yeah, another way to think
Yeah,
about it. Another way to think about it is like you're Richi'd, right? So you are committed to pushing.
hmm
By conning, first of all, you get an extra draw. Second of all, you get access to 2 more Doras because you're Richi'd. So wouldn't you want to push harder, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's just most of the time I decline cons because usually I'm not reached. So it was just like reflex, you know. I didn't think about it too hard, but I did regret it afterward too. I was thinking about that last night.
Okay. I don't think.
ドン
Is there anything else to talk about here? No, right? Okay.
You can talk about Ashley's hand because she was standby.
Yeah. Actually, was folding here and just luckily using Chi toy. But I also didn't want to like deal into dealer and Phong. So I didn't reach here.
ドン
The dealer could be Tenpai, but it kind of looks like they're just throwing safe tiles.
After the Rishi, they discarded 2 pays in a row.
And then broke another block.
And then 7, yeah. And then 9. But I mean, Chitoy 2 Dora, it's already 4 Han. Granted, it's just below Mongon, so Richi would bump it up, but it's not by. It wouldn't bump it up by much.
Yeah, so I just left it the way it was.
Rishi does bump it up though, quite a bit.
If you
on the Tsumo.
If you Tsumo, yeah.
Yeah, you could even get 2 Uras for the Baimon.
You could get 2 Uras, yeah.
Like what? An average of 3,000 points, maybe a little more. A bump.
Yeah. If you did not cut that 7-mon in your river, what would you do? And there's no Richi.
At this point, if you didn't cut 7-mon and there was no one Richi'd?
Yeah.
Then I cut the 8 soul because the random weight on 4 and 7, right?
Yeah, that's what you would do.
Yeah. Additionally, you can don't forget the fact you can just accept 5-6 and 5-so as well. Because you have ePayco to back it up. Just want you to see that.
It makes more sense.
4
All right.
リーチリーチ
You had the option to cheat here.
Yeah, I missed that one.
I mean,
I
it's
activated it
also.
after I pulled it.
Sorry, what was that?
No, I was thinking about it,
リーチ
Did
but
you
I
want
got
to?
distracted by the reach.
Yeah, was it?
and
Was it?
Bryant.
Do you think it's a good idea to fight the Ricci or to just fold? What would be your evaluation?
Like my hand is just tiny, so it's pretty small. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm. In fact, like if you have cheat, it would satisfy 0 of the 3 conditions, right?
Yeah.
Not tempai, not a good value, and not a good weight. So better not to chi.
Simon, would you cheat?
I would consider it.
I would cheat, even though it does not satisfy
No.
the conditions.
Why?
You still have 1 safe tile.
I
リ
see.
ーチ
See, like you kind of have no safe tiles to begin with, right? So even if you attempt to fold, it's not clear you can do that successfully. And moving forward and just accidentally winning is the chances are not really worse, but like that's hard to evaluate.
I see.
Like the option is you don't advance your hand, you have 1 safe tile. Or you advance your hand 1 step, you have 1 safe tile. That's basically the options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also it finishes like a Kanchan here, which is pretty good.
yeah, especially it solves like a neck in your hand. But in general, Aaron's point, the rules, the heuristic is correct though. Don't doubt that.
Yeah, like 80 to 90% of the time, that heuristic will be the
チドン
Yeah, it looks like they didn't have any safe tiles, so they were just pushing. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Is that tone too early? Is that nitpicking too much?
I think it's worth talking about actually.
Okay, it is. Okay.
If you cannot cut tone, what would you cut?
Nine soul?
If you cannot cut tone or nice, what would you cut?
Can I cut tongue or nine soul? 13.
Okay. There's a if you keep the nice, so you get like a small benefit on when you draw ASO. Your 2-4-6 is a stronger shape than if you cut 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually quite common where you'll see like, oh, I have a useless tile here, right? I already have a 6/7 Yamen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need the 9. But another way you can see is like, oh wait, I have a down con and a kanchan. So it's like, oh, if I have room for it, then if I luck into drawing the weaker kanchan, then I have a down con left over. Doesn't have to be those shapes specifically, but like you have two shapes that are right next to each other. And if you fill one weaker one, then the other one becomes stronger or something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. This is a pattern.
So the reason we're considering keeping tone here is that because then it's dealer
Yeah.
and it's worth double.
That's the reason.
I see.
Also, kind of safe tile. Not that safe, but still kind of safe.
I see.
Let me just append that like it's not just on the 8-so draw. Like if you draw 5-so first, you're gonna slightly regret not being able to take 2 middle. Like you can have con 3-so and con 8-so.
Yeah, it's a down con, but spread out.
I see.
Okay, we can move on. Probably wouldn't cut ISO there.
For the reasons we've discussed already.
Yeah.
But now it's over. Isn't it kind of overblock?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep 5 stronger blocks with that ISO.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep doing 6 blocks here, it's better to cut 1 3 mon. 1 mon.
1 mon.
Because you can get 2 mon twice here. Or you would have to, you know.
Overlapping is a little worse.
Hmm. It's 9 mon. Going for Tanya, I'm assuming.
Yeah, from here I resolved to just go for Tanya.
Why does this feel like not enough blocks?
Yeah, if you're going for Tanya, that means you're seeing this 2-4 as one block and then 4-6 as another block, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty hard to finish. Compare that to, I mean, you'll be able to call, but I think that's a pretty very it's pretty small. Benefit to comparing it to this situation here, where you don't go backwards, but instead, you know, keep what you have.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would be
just throw it back and keep the Yankan.
You could even consider 6-pin, right?
6-pin.
You have. You could consider 6-pin, or you could consider. Would you consider keeping the G toy? Yeah,
probably not.
7, so probably not. Keep the G toy around. So yeah, one of the pairs, right? Because you have too many pairs here.
Mm-hmm.
So the pairs that would basically leave you with a Diamen, because that's, you know, strong enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, just scanning around. Looks to be okay.
Pom. Reach.
Reach Tanyo.
Dom.
Seems fine. The deal-in, I mean.
Yeah, I knew it was unsafe. I don't know why I wanted to push.
I mean, you're Tenpai.
Yeah, but I think the value for me wasn't worth it.
No, if you go by the book, right, then you only satisfy the Tenpai condition. Your weight's not good and value's not there.
Yeah, I regretted that after.
But the thing is, well, okay, let's frame it this way. Let's say you decided to fold on this 5-so here. Let me switch to your perspective. What would you decide to discard instead?
But if it wasn't, because if I didn't throw that out, I had to probably the 8 mon.
8-mon?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Is
if I
there
wanted to full fold the 3-pin,
mm-hmm. Does
If you
8-mon look safe to you?
go ahead.
not really.
What?
But I just assumed, I don't know, because then I don't have good reasoning for that. Why?
Yeah, I think if you're willing to discard 8-mon, I mean 8-mon has no indication of being safe, and neither does 5-so. But 5-so keeps you Tenpai, right? So that's
Yeah,
that's how I would weigh those two options if it were down to these two. 3-pin to fully fold is an option, especially because you're fighting against dealer Michi.
yeah,
So like, your 1,000 point hand with a bad weight versus you can think of it as like a 8,000 point hand on average, probably.
that's right. I should have folded here with the 3-pin for sure.
Another option could be 6-mon. This is Nakasuji because 3, 6, and 9. Should I go into the full explanation of why 6-mon is safer?
Yeah, I see. Because he cut the 9 and 3.
Yeah. So 6-mon is safer because of that.
Yeah, we have, just straight up Suji and 9-pin as well, right?
Yep, 9-pin is an option as well. But the reason why I say 6-mon before 9-pin is because 6-mon, with 6-mon you can still, like, let's say you discard 6-mon, right? And then you draw something right around 5-so, 4 or 6. Now you're Tenpai with good weight, right? And so by the book, it's okay to push.
Mm.
And in that case, you can push the 8-mon. Whereas if you break your hand with 9-pin, or 3-pin, then you can't really claw yourself back. It is, technically safer to discard 3-pin. I mean, it is because it's 100% safe. But like 6-mon is on the same ish safety level as 9-pin is, but 6-mon doesn't completely break your hand. I mean, you do
Makes
go
sense.
backwards, but you still have a shot of winning if you draw something immediately around the 5-so.
Yeah, that makes more sense. If I want to push.
Okay.
Dom.
Sorry, just switching perspectives here, so I don't have to crane my neck.
Oh yeah, I think I found this spot too. Probably should have cut a 9 soul. But I think I
From a pure efficiency standpoint, 9-pin is slightly more efficient than 9-so, but you know, obviously keeping 9-pin allows the chance for Itsu.
yeah.
And so that is like a very small efficiency thing versus value thing where the value wins out. So
Mhm.
so yeah, I agree with preferring 9-so here. Oh. I wonder if this is worth
Oh,
talking
this
about.
one is interesting.
This one.
This one is worth talking about.
This one's worth talking about.
Yeah.
So if you see here, right, obviously you're not going to touch the 2-3-so because that's a great downman. You want to keep that downman. But here you're comparing the 5-7-so, or this is kind of interesting because you have overlapping blocks, or not overlapping, adjacent blocks in either case. Interesting.
Yeah,
Oh.
for this one, I just picked one. I didn't really have a good reason on why I chose one over
All right, let's say like you're trying to BS a like college essay. What would you say? Like just force yourself to find some reasons.
Supporting one
if
over
I-
the other, yeah.
Yeah.
If I kept the Mon, if I do it at the 4, I would have better weight versus, so I have more blocks supporting that than the 5-7. So maybe
I can't see the point. Wait, which cut?
the 5 Mon has like at least 4 Mon to support it with the 7,
But so what are you advocating for cutting? I didn't follow.
or the 5-7. So since there's a less block supporting it,
You want to cut the 5-7 soul.
yes, by actually cut the 5-7 Mon in this case.
Wait, so what are the reasons for keeping 5-7 Mon over 5-7-so?
Because if I do the 4 Mon, then the weight is better. I think if I kept the double the dual 5 Mon,
Yeah, you get rearmament. You
yeah, I
can
get a ram and
get you pick them even.
if I kept that versus just a Kanton on the 5-7. So
I wanted to see what other people cut. What would you cut, Aaron?
I would cut 5-7-so.
Alright.
Can I? Oh, I can't rearrange tiles here. Dang it.
I would cut 7 Mon. Because it's for Ashley's, I think Ashley's reasoning is right. Like you can improve it, right? But you only need to intermediately keep the 5 Mon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when you're breaking up a block, it's better to break it in a way that leaves you with a nice floater.
So you're saying because if you start cutting 5-so, let's say, I mean, isn't 7-so a decent floater? You can attach 8-so to it. But you're saying the 5 Mon's slightly better floater because you could get Ipeco? You're already using a 3-4 Mon though.
Yeah.
The way I was looking at it was you split this apart instead of a completed 3-4-5 Mon and a Kanchon 5-7 mon, you split it up into 2 incomplete blocks. You split it up into 4-5 mon Liangmen and 3-5-7 mon Liangkan.
That's also a good way to do it.
Right. This is an interesting thing that you see, where what seems to be just a regular regular Kanchan actually could be 2 incomplete blocks instead. And so if you look at it that way, then, let's say you start cutting your 5-7 so. You fill in that Liangkan 3-5-7 mon, then you're left with 2 Liangmens at the end.
Aaron's reasoning is better. Cut 5-8, 5-7 so. Because your hand will be stronger if you drew 3 mon. You can take that shape, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone can see this, because I can't rearrange the tiles here. But if you rearrange the tiles so the 3 is right next to the 5 instead of the in front of the 4-5, then it's 4-5 and then 3-5-7. And so if you finish the Liangkan first, which is your weakest one, then you're left with 2 Liangmens. And then you compare that to if you discard 7 mon, then you might end up on a Kanchan.
Yeah.
Keeping the non-massive safe tile.
Yeah. I'm just finishing my cup. Because at that time I just saw it as a 5-7 Kanchon.
Oh, very nice. Just draw good.
Luck is a skill.
All right, let's see here. All right, Phong, your hand is nowhere near close. So are you thinking about folding here?
I hope I was.
All right, let's see.
What did I do? I don't remember.
What would you do now?
What would I do now? Well, I mean, she reached. I'm not close. My hand's not worth anything. So I'll look for something to cut. 8, 9, 9. It's 17 because it's Suji. I don't see Genbutsu.
No, you don't have any Genbutsu. 7 pin is Suji. This is true. Do you have anything else that's Suji?
2 mon.
2 mon is Suji. 8 mon's also Suji.
I see.
2 mon is right next to Dora, however, so it's slightly more likely that they have 1-3 in their hand. In what circumstances would they be waiting on 8 mon, do you think?
Would Ashley be weighing on 8 mon?
Like with
it has
having
to
discarded
be-
5 mon, right? Having discarded 5 mon, it can't be a Liangmen, and so what's left?
Yeah, it has to be a Kanchan or a Tanki
Or a Shampong, yeah.
or Shampong, yeah.
Yeah, so if it's a Kanchan, then that means it's 7-9, right? If you had 5-7-7-9, I guess it's possible, right? You would discard 7 to keep the Liangkan 5-7-9 and then discard the 5.
Yeah.
That's possible.
If
you had 5-7-8-8, what would you want to cut first? Would you discard the 8 first? Or wait, sorry. If you had 5-7-8-8, you wouldn't discard the 7, right?
Right.
It's probably not Shampong.
Interesting. So we can.
So if you're ruling out things like that, because we have both a 7 and a 5 here, if you go through it one by one and think about it really hard, the number of ways that 8mon deals in is probably lower than the number of ways that 7-pin could deal in. Because we're comparing Suji and Suji, right? They're both Suji.
Mm-hmm.
And this is because we have this extra information in the 5mon that came after it. And so if you really had to sit down and think, okay, between all the Sujis that you have, 2mon, 8mon, 7-pin, which one do you think is the safest? This is how you would think about it.
I see. So I should have cut 8-mon here.
Mm-hmm. It also
Okay.
preserves your hand the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because 7-pin would be, going breaking that 5, 6, 7.
I'm just gonna suggest, like, if it is not feasible for you to do this in real game, thinking about the progression of the hand, because it's actually a relatively advanced skill. You can also just count the number of possible shapes, right? Like you can see 2 9mons, and you see 1 7mon, and it will deal into that conchan.
I
But
see. So we've ruled out one configuration just from that. That's true.
no, I'm saying compared to the configuration 7-pin can also deal into. It can deal into 6, 7, 8. It can deal into 7, 8, 9, right?
Yeah.
But there's actually just way more shapes 7-pin can deal into. Even without like trying to think about the progression, it's still Amon safer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the actual game, you probably won't be thinking through every single possibility like we did here, but I think it's probably good to at least walk you through it at least once, just so you can see,
Yeah.
oh, these are the things that you could, if you really had to like take a look at this for a long time, and like write a research paper, BS a college essay, what would you write?
Yeah.
Oh, you did end up discarding 8mon.
Very nice.
Very correct.
If I did, it's just because it's what I saw first. Like really, I would have just looked for Genbutsu and then I'll look for Suji or Nakasuji and I'll toss whatever I see first.
All right. Well, you played perfectly, so very good. Oh, Bryant pushing here with the Sanshoku.
That's not me.
Oh, that's not you. That's sorry.
That's me.
My bad. Oh, hey Jeff.
I remember this hand.
It looks. Does it look decent? Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Richie came here. This is Dora.
Okay. 2-1.
Yep. It's good.
Wait, is this?
That's Gambutsu. You take the Tenpai throwing a Gambutsu, that's perfect.
Yeah, but you can only win on one, so.
You can still fold after doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Well, that's right.
you might as well just throw 1 so when you drew 3 so.
I had thought about that.
Yeah, the reason is you can only win on 1 so, right? So that's 2 tiles. If you discard 1 so, you can only win on 3 so. That's also 2 tiles. So 2 tiles versus 2 tiles. And also 1 so is just on the edge. So fewer configurations that it could deal in.
You also don't have to deal with like it's a small, but you don't have to deal with temporary free 10 or a permanent free 10 should that happen.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, this was correct.
Yep.
Very good.
Pom.
All right, I just want to stop here and just ask everyone. This player is not non. This player is not non. They pawned first turn, discarded 7-pin. What's going through your minds?
What's going through my mind? I think he's got like Yaku High or something, probably.
I'm thinking either they have like Honitsu is a possibility. They have another Yakuhai. And then like I'm thinking like weird hands like Chanta is a possibility, but like the thought is they have some form of Yaku.
Okay. Chances are pretty high that, of all the possibilities that you mentioned, Honitsu, Chanta, some other Yakuhai, they all include Yakuhai, right? They all could use Yakuhai. So that's just something that you could think about.
Mm.
Switching perspectives here. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs.
I'd still say I recommend cutting one. So there are some cases where you might end up using your 4-mon as a pair.
Pom.
All right, there's the Yaku confirmed.
Pom.
Oh, this is the same shape I
Pom.
talked about earlier. Instead of seeing this as a completed 4-5-6, or you could see this as 4-5 Nyanmen and a 4-6-8 Nyankan. You could. But taking this is an option as well.
Chi.
Which one do you think is better?
It's a good question.
Pom.
Let's think about that.
This hand is looking like Tanya, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And 6-mon lets you. You might think of it as like it lets you accept like 7, 8, and also 5, right?
Yeah.
To improve your shape a little bit. But let's say you then draw 4 afterwards.
4-mon?
Yeah, like say you draw 5, and then what are you gonna cut?
So wait. From here,
you don't cut 6-mon here. You cut ASO, right?
Right.
And then you draw 5. You're waiting on 4-7. That's like why the 6-mon is useful. Maybe if you pick up a 7, you accept door.
I see.
But if you pick up the door first, the shape is not bad either.
Pom. Pom.
Do you think there's one clear winner over the other?
Pom.
The options, just to be clear, are 8-so or 6-mon.
I like it
8-so.
because it gives you the ability to also cheese 7-mon. So have a good, like there's more tiles you can call.
Aaron
Sorry,
said that's like a down con shape you should see, right? But the thing is, you kind of accept 7 either way. Like you don't really lose any acceptance if you cut ASO here.
You can still get the 7 so here and be tempai on like you could chief 7 so for example. Cut 6 mon be tempai. In this case, yeah.
Yeah, and you can still chief 5 so that's also fine.
Mm-hmm.
So ASO is definitely the correct cut here.
Mm-hmm.
チポン
This is Tanya, right?
Yes.
If you
Yeah,
do,
there is a danger here. If I drew the 9, I'd be furious. Wait,
oh,
what the hell did I do?
ポン
oh no, this is I don't think this is you.
チポン
Oh,
Yeah, this doesn't progress the hand forward because you are exchanging a block for another block, right? So instead of the 6, 7, 8,
ポン
sorry, I keep
チ
jumping
Boom.
forward, back and forth. But instead of this is essentially exchanging the 6, 7, 8 for the 6, 6, 6. So it doesn't move the hand forward. Generally speaking, you don't want to make calls but not advance your hand forward. Also,
Would you want to call and then cut 4 so for tempai?
you would only be waiting on 6 mon, right?
The very last 6 months, yeah. So probably not. When there's a lot of improvements if you don't call.
You would also have to give up to
I was just thinking about calling whatever I could.
I didn't quite catch that. What'd you say?
I was just thinking about calling to end it faster. So I thought I could phone would be faster than waiting on it.
It would be faster if it brought you closer to tempai, right? But here, because you already have a completed 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
right? This 6 is
チポン
like if you discarded 4 so for example, you would be tempai. Which would move you forward, but you discard 7, 8 instead. And so you're moving backwards.
ポンポン
Yeah, I think for that one I didn't risk birdie 10 with a 9 mon. Yeah, so I messed up on the call on that one.
チポン
If you draw 9 mon, you discard it back. The only way you would be waiting on 6, 9 mon is if like you end up finishing one of your other pairs. And
the
then,
other reason why I didn't cut the 4 soul is because it looks like Honitsu on the other side.
oh, okay,
That was what I did not.
you're afraid to discard 4 so because of the other side.
Yeah.
Wait, could we roll back a second though? I thought
Go back.
if she pawns the 6 mon,
チ
she cuts 4, so that's just 10-5, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If she draws a 9, she just spree 10 though, right? Permanently.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just not calling
And there's
on average will be much better here.
yeah.
ポン
Let's see. Not only is it free 10, but like 3 of the 6s you could have waited on are already called.
Oh, so you're just afraid of discarding the 4 so here?
Yeah.
The tune isn't anywhere to be seen, right?
No.
But Pei was discarded 1 turn earlier. And it didn't get called away. So the Pei is probably safer here because it just passed a few turns ago.
The tune is also like if you're dealing with the tune, it's gonna be worth double what the force host kind of dealing with, probably.
Yeah, because the Yakuhai would be another Han, so it would double it. Assuming it's not already Mongon.
Yeah.
地
Oh. Oh, okay.
It was already discarded. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just discarded. You can't push, right? No. No, you can't. You shouldn't. Hmm? Is there any reason why you decided to change your mind?
I think it was because it was close enough to the end of the game, and I didn't want to pay no 10 Paifu.
You're still not 10.
I know, no, still not 10 Pai.
Oh,
No, wait,
this
this
is
is Tenpai.
Tenpai. This is Tenpai.
Right? Oh, she is. Oh, this is.
This is Tenpai, yeah.
And this one was definitely gamble.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, I don't think the difference between 2 turns makes that big of a difference. And but more importantly, the no 10 payment that you would have to pay would be like assuming the person to your left is folding, which it looks like they are. They discarded 2 tunes in a row. You're gonna have to pay 1,500 points, right? There's 2 people 10 by.
Yeah.
But if you deal in to, let's say, the person on the right, that's definitely more than. I mean, I guess it technically could be 1,300 points, but on average, it's going to be much larger than 1,300 points, than 1,500 points.
And then I forgot. The other reason why I didn't discard, because I thought Bryant swapped out his tiles. That if he had like another 5 mon.
No, 5 so is in his Gambutsu though.
That's all. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that came after the Richi, and you discarded it 2 turns before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Towards the end of the game, like there's fewer tiles left that it could be, and so true, you only have to pass 1 tile to get to the end of the game, but the chance of it dealing in compared to the beginning of the game is higher. All right, moving on. Here, the same principle. I think we mentioned this before. The double east is pretty valuable here to keep. Like if you happen to get it, then you could get, double east and Chun. Right, that would be 3 Han as dealer. Pretty big.
And Dora.
You work in the Dora, especially.
And Dora, yeah, that's easy Mongon. Yeah. Efficiency wise, the 9 mon does contribute to you being able to accept the 8 mon here. Right?
Yeah. 3-pin would have been probably better.
If you're going for straight efficiency, then your lone tiles, the tiles that are standing alone, right, in your hand are either 3-pin or 2 mon.
Mhm.
And if you're comparing the numbers, then the ones closer to the edge, 1 and 2, right? It goes like 3 through 7 are equivalent, right? And then 2, and then 1, right? 1 can only be used in 1, 2, 3. 2 can only be used in 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4. And then 3 through 7 can be used in 3 kinds of downmen each. And so, generally speaking, 2 and 8 are more efficient to cut. Right. So this is how many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. When you have 6 blocks, you generally want to go back down to 5 by cutting your weakest block.
Yeah, you don't want to miss on the 4 mon, right?
Yeah.
So you
I
cut the
was
pair of tunes here,
thinking
or do you cut Tuso?
if I had to choose, probably the pair of chins second call for Tanya. I needed to.
You can also just call the chin.
I could, but it hadn't come out yet. So I wasn't sure if I could bet on it.
The Tanyo and Chunyakus are, I'd say they're about the same, but calling Chun will be faster, right? Like, because you don't really want to be looking at 2, 3-pin and 7, 8-pin and say this is going to be Tanyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could make the argument you also want Pingfu and possibly Tanyo by cutting the Chun. But and you can say the blocks are stronger. Right, the 2, 4, 4, even if you finish it as a sequence, it's relatively easy to look for a pair.
Yeah.
So which tile would you recommend, Bryant? Chun?
I 6 block here.
You would 6 blocks by cutting 2-pin. Or Tuso, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to 5 blocks.
If I had, then
Eh? Oh, Cheetoy?
Probably on the 4-pin.
yeah, go back to the 4-pin.
No, on this.
Oh. It might be too early to commit to Cheetoy with this hand. Because you have 2 incomplete downmen.
Like, it's not even like you could keep the 4-pin and still choose to keep T-Toy if you get the 10.
Mm-hmm.
And like this can easily be a pretty valuable.
Or is Simon cutting out for anybody else?
Yeah.
Someone's what?
Simon's cutting out.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, hello.
Like this is potentially pretty valuable, even without cheap play. So you probably don't want to commit to it because you could get like even like Panyao, Ikeko with this hand easily.
Yeah. The 9-pin overall is a better balance because you could still go for Chitoy, but you don't ruin the chances of going for a regular hand. It's early, enough that it could be that you discard this, you draw something around the 6-pin or something around the 2-mon, maybe you draw 3-mon, right? And then you discard a pair of 1-sos. Very possible.
Okay. Yeah, I actually did mark this hand down too. I came to the same conclusion.
봄. 봄.
Okay, well, it looks like Ashley chose the same thing that Bryant would choose. But not at that turn. It was after she advanced one more step. Okay, this one you have to be careful that you might be 40-10, right? You see that?
Yeah.
And you also see that there's 3 9-mons already discarded?
4.
4 9-mons already discarded?
I think I didn't see that at the time. And then I committed to cutting the whole block.
Okay.
I realized it. I think.
Yeah, so... Yeah. 5-mon's also Dora, by the way.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I started cutting the whole block.
치. 치. 스모.
I think I misplayed, actually, when Ash threw the 4-mon.
Oh, wait, sorry. Wait, this is you?
Yeah.
You're saying you should pong?
I think I should have pwned.
End up on Dora Tonki?
Or something, right? Because even if I finish on 5-8 pin, like, there's no more 4-mons. And then I'm waiting on, like, what, the only 7-mon? Whereas there's a lot more tiles to Tenpai if I pwned 4-mon here.
This is a not straightforward one, I think.
It's not. But if you count the one-shot acceptance.
Yeah.
치.
So now you're only waiting on 7-mon.
Yeah.
스모.
Oh, what do we have here? What do we have here? Do you call it?
봄.
I did.
You do.
Oh, I remember this.
봄.
Oh.
Hold on. We can already kind of talk about this, right?
Yeah.
On the 9-pin and 3-so order.
봄.
Yeah.
If you grow a block next to your 3-so, right? It's probably less good than growing a block next to your 9-pin.
Can you explain, Bryant?
The chances is that it can also be Chanta or Honauto somehow will be lowered. And if you only wanted to finish, like, you're not gonna just finish this as pay, right? Like that's such a waste. You wouldn't expect that. So Nipin is also safer to hold on to, although you're at
Yeah.
with no shortage of safe dial.
Yeah, I think the bigger reason is that if you're looking towards the Honitsu anyways, right? You're not, as Brian said, you're not going to go pay only. And if you do end up drawing another 9-pin, could be Honroto.
Mm-hmm.
Or
that
it
makes
also
sense.
like anything around 9-pin, like you still get Chanta, right?
You could
You
still
need to
get
finish it
Chanta.
quick.
Yeah, I didn't even like consider Chanta. I just like was this is Honitsu like 300%. But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Pom.
But that being said, I would say I recommend not thinking about Chanta too hard here, because like you're going from 1 point to 2 points.
Yeah.
It's mostly for the Hon Auto.
Yeah, shortly after this, I like pawned the 9s.
Pom.
I guess like it was already pretty obvious what suit I was in, so I I don't regret it too much now. But at the time, I was like, oh, this made it like really obvious, didn't it?
Just because it's obvious doesn't mean it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Pom.
Yeah. On this cut,
Yeah,
there's a lot to
didn't
unpack
think
there,
about
actually.
Shanta at all. I totally was like not thinking about Shanta or growing it beyond just Honitsuke.
You can also get Hon Auto if you kept 1 month here, right?
Yeah.
But you can make an argument that the acceptance worse. Because like 1 month and 4 month shares the exact same thing. But it's really worth thinking about how many Hans you have, like at the moment. It's you had I'm let's just say 3, right?
Right.
So getting to that 4th one is like super important. Because this is like the biggest relative value jump, relative and absolute value jump that you'll have in your hand. The 3 Han to 4 Han jump.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I would probably cut Amon.
Instead of 1 month.
Yeah.
Pom.
Even though you pulled the Naimon yourself already.
Each.
Dom.
Hold on. Let's go to how people were throwing their Montus.
Pom.
Wait, yeah.
Okay, so have you guys heard about an idea called the overflow?
Yeah, from Akagi.
Yeah, like you can say you overflow the 1 mon already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with 3 calls, and like you definitely kept the tune, so it's definitely Hongitsu, right? This is very likely already. This is kind of likely it's already Tenpai. So if you aren't close, you don't have to risk any Monzu dealing in. And if 7 Mon deals in, it's going to be 8,000. It's so likely it's going to be 8,000.
Because it's next to Dora.
It either includes Dora, or it's Chanta, or it's Toy Toy. Right?
Or, yeah.
One of those.
Actually, it's definitely going to be 8,000 now that I think about it.
Yeah, like it pretty much has to be 8,000.
Mm-hmm. Is it 2 months before or after 1 month? Okay, like here it's already like really sketchy. You might just hedge the ASO first.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you template on 3 months, like it's pretty good.
ポン
So this 8-mon also very sketch,
Very sketch.
especially because you would have to cut 6-mon after if you take one more step forward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's for what, 2 Han hand?
Pom.
1 Han.
No, he had Dora. Oh, but he's cutting. I see.
Yeah.
1
ドン
Interesting. You noticed he decided to fold after a reach came out, but not after these signs here.
Those signs should be stronger than the Ricci. In my opinion.
The average value of the hands, the Honitsu is probably high.
Yeah, when I went back over this one, I was wondering why he dealt the 2-mon at all, and I realized it was Genbutsu to Ashley.
Right.
I was confused.
You didn't have anything else, Bryant?
I probably should have cut Amon.
Mm-hmm.
Misplay.
Done.
All right. That's the end of East round. I'll pause the recording here. All right, and we are back.
Yeah, so I guess if we're not finishing tonight, I would at least like to go to turn 7 of this hand.
Okay, this one?
Yeah, like I don't have a what did I cut? I think 3s and yeah, I remember being pretty like not sure what to cut here. I think like, you know, Raymond looked awkward, but I also don't have like a confirmed pair yet. I could like, you know, cut 9 mon and then 7 mon to make a pair if I finish off like the groups in the Pinzu. But yeah, I mean, what would you like put here?
Yeah, so
I guess
I'll start with the pair. You're worried about finding a pair, right? Because you don't have an unconfirmed pair.
yeah, like if I draw 8 mon, that'd be really nice, I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, looking at this hand, it's actually pretty easy to create a pair because,
Yeah.
as you said, 8-mon and then 7-mon will be your pair. 9-mon will be your pair. But I guess that goes with every. Like I'm just saying, like final weight, right? If you happen to end up waiting for your pair, then this 7-7-7-9 means you're waiting on 8-9. Similarly, the 3-4-5-6 pin, if you end up waiting on that, that's 3-6 Nobitan.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry too much about making a pair or finding a pair with those two things in your hand.
Okay. Well, immediately after I make my cut here, somebody reached. I was wondering if I should fold. I think I decided I would fold.
It's probably good to fold since you're first, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a chance for anyone else to chime in on this particular decision, if there's anything they want to add.
On the basic level, you would just cut 3-mon.
3-mon.
That's what I would cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked. Yeah, I
level.
think that's like the most awkward looking tile.
It's the one that's the most isolated, yeah.
However, on a very advanced level, I would cut 1 so.
1 so.
Or 2 so.
Okay.
But that depends on if you think the 3 so is good or not. that depends on if you think that 3-so or 2-so is good.
Maybe I don't know if it's worth explaining.
It's well, I want to see if you and Simon kind of would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, then I'm not gonna explain further.
Okay.
But the recommended cut right now for your level is just 3-mon.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna briefly say it in like maybe 15 seconds. Like you see how both your Kamicha and Shimocha like gave up 1-so like really late.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Kamicha had a
Okay.
bunch of Jihai, so maybe not as strong of an indicator.
Not strong, right? But like they might just be having some Sozus down there.
Yeah.
And Toyman just completely has no info on lower Sozu, so who knows what that is. And you see that they gave up like the lower Montu relatively early, right? So you can think like, oh, maybe they're stone the wall. That's all. In which case you can improve your shape on the Montu side. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so so because they discarded the lower Sozu later, especially like the guy on the right, because Ashley discarded like the 3-mon early before the 1-so. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that like makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
probably means there's
that
some
block
other
is
Sozus
weaker.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That checks out.
Okay.
I'm trying to watch out for that during games.
Very easy to overcompensate.
Yeah,
Kind
do not watch out for that right now during games.
Not recommended.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, you want to keep this.
Yeah, so the takeaway is there are
3-mon.
there are slightly complex shapes like 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7, 7, 7, 9 that are good pair generators. So it's like if you're looking for a pair, recognizing these shapes, keeping them around when you don't have a pair is something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Furthermore,
Yeah, that's why I came back to this and I was like, why didn't I just cut 3-mon?
yeah.
That's what I wrote down.
Furthermore, if you had to choose, like let's say your hand was you're still looking to build one more block, for example. Between these two, 7, 7, 7, 9, and 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If you need another block still, then 3, 4, 5, 6 is very, very strong because you can draw literally anything and make 2 sequence blocks out of it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas 7, 7, 7, 9 is basically only good for, pair generation. So if you had to choose, like if you couldn't discard 3-mon, like if it was Doro or something, right? And you didn't want to go backwards by cutting 1, 2, so then 9-mon is probably better by a lot.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then later you said someone reached and you're saying
right
you should fold, yeah? Oh,
yeah, definitely, right?
Oh, you're Tenpai now. Oh.
Yeah, but I folded anyway.
Yeah.
I figured like my lead is fat, so I just fold.
Yes. How did you fold?
I think I tossed 2. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Long.
Okay. Yeah.
You could even cut 3, right?
The 3-mon, yeah. You could.
3-mon.
1
Well, that's true. That's true. But then I lose my ability to sumo. Oh, wait, I lost it anyway. Right.
Yeah, if you don't take Tenpai, then you're not Tenpai.
That's true.
You might have more residual like accidentally win rate if you cut 3-mon here. Just
Yeah,
I
that's
see. I
actually
think.
probably true.
Brian
Oh,
really
yeah, I would
likes.
have. I think, yeah, typically I'll try to, like, when I fold, I'll try to cut like the things that are most recently discarded just because, you know, somebody else might also be Tenpai, however unlikely it is.
that's, I mean, you're not wrong on that. You're right.
But like, yeah, I see what you mean. I could like get back into Tenpai another way and, you know, probably better expected value if I just cut 3-mon and play that way. I just didn't see it because I get so spooked when somebody reaches.
Bryant really loves his residual tiny chances of still coming back and winning.
The warrior.
But yeah, this is definitely
4
correct. Very nice.
This is where Ashley started racking them up. Jeez.
Let me just take a quick look at this. If you're still push... Oh, you didn't want to push Dora.
Nope. Also, I can use it, so
Right. Nah. I don't... I still don't like it, though.
you like Dora more?
No, I like Tuso more.
Oh,
2
Fair
so
enough.
6-mon.
Well, all right.
4
But his
Continue.
hand killed me.
This hand killed you? Oh,
Wait, is this you?
is this that hand?
Oh, no, it's not a different
Oh,
hand.
that was earlier, wasn't it?
I just want to take a quick look at this. Okay.
Pom
This one...
what's the intent on the 1 pin?
Honestly, Tanya.
In that
I drew the
case,
4.
in that case, you could have discarded it like earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like you could have kept the 7 mon here, discarded the 1 pin here.
봄,
She was had task Phong question. That the time I didn't know about if I could
Swap call.
swap call.
Mm.
But that's why I cut it later.
Wait, what's that to do with swap calling?
I wasn't sure if it's the same principle or not.
Oh, but I mean, oh, I see. Yeah, and I told you, like,
And it's
you're
like,
not, yeah, you weren't calling at all. It doesn't matter.
That's why I started calling.
Yeah, I think you just got really confused by that rule.
If you take 6 mon here, I mean, if it's just for Tanya, you don't have to cut it now.
Didn't have to cut the 1 pin now.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, no. Like, because you have like just 5 blocks.
Hmm.
Oh.
Also, you don't have a confirmed pair yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really awkward 5 block.
So you could make a pair out of 5/8 pin. You could make a pair by drawing another Dora. That would be great, right? So I think keeping the Dora here, because the 6 mon,
It has to be a content because I drew out the 7 mon. Right.
Or if you like drew a 5, what would you think?
Yeah, I made a mistake here. I wanted to throw out 6 mon.
1,
ooh, this is tough. You need to probably fold here.
2, 2,
You did have 2 mon here that you could have discarded.
2,
Yeah.
Wait, is Fort?
Wait. What?
Orso?
There's that Jeff was also close to winning, and I saw that it was in his game book too, but not a good reasoning for it.
Yeah, when you see like an army of pins out there.
Yeah. I think the 2 mon definitely way safer.
Yeah. And now the 6 mon just passed as well. All right.
I don't have to stop.
Okay. Is everyone okay to keep going?
We're good.
All right. Nah, that's too minor. Oh.
Wait, we kind of talked about this.
Not with everyone though, right?
No.
Jeff, are you here to explain yourself to the class again?
Oh, right. There was a reasoning to this.
It's this, right?
Yeah. It's I thought that I kind of wanted Pinfu on top of the Shanjaku possibility being here.
Mm.
And with the 6-pin Onko, I could get rid of the 6-pin later, and that would be my pair. And so the 8 didn't really formulate into that, and so I just kind of decided to pass on this and keep going with just sticking with the Tonki for now. There was a point to win, and I just didn't take it because I didn't feel like it was enough points.
So basically, you're just holding this 3 so because you want to make Sanshoku. That's the
Yeah, in the hopes that I draw either a 4 or a 5.
That's the important part here.
Mm.
But see, you have Dora, you have Tanyo. If you reach Yi and Sumo, that's already Mangan. I think that's a much likelier possibility than getting 4 so or 5 so and then also winning on that. Right, because here your acceptance is very high. I guess either way, but
I'm just kind of curious on how you came to think it wasn't like not enough though. Like what made you think you needed more?
It was I have a problem when it comes to after I lose my dealers to think about the next couple of rounds of how I'm going to go about getting back to first or second. And with limited time, I'm thinking about should I go for a series of smaller hands to progress towards getting first or second, or if it's I need to develop more expensive hands to try and push near the end and just like have one or two. I only need really one big hand to kind of get back. And that's kind of my thought. And this day I decided that I was doing. I felt like since most of the games were going towards more exhausted draws, that there would be more time to make bigger hands.
What do you estimate the long route to be like? If you just 3 so Tanki then unweighted.
What do you
Like,
mean
are
by
you
that?
thinking that's like 8,000 or like 12,000 or?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 8,000, 12,000.
Okay. But I mean, if you get it on the low side,
It's still a Mongon either way. If I get it on the, you mean on the 2-1 side, right?
yeah, it's still Mongon, right? Well, that's not Mongon,
On the
but
1, it isn't.
yeah. Whereas if you just took this one, and then you reach it, the minimum value is 52.
Yeah.
And if you Tumo, it's still Mongon. Like that, just playing a straights value is like, I think you underestimated this. Because Mongon, did you think Mongon was not enough?
I didn't think it wasn't enough. I just thought I could go for more because this is also relatively early into the hand.
You reach it on 5-pin and 7-pin. If you took 3 so Tonki, right? And then you drew them. You drew some Pinzu. That's still thumping. Dora. I mean, all I'm trying to say is like if you kept the 3 so, the benefit is not only for the 3-4-5. You also could have some improvements on Pinzu side for
Okay.
Pinzu. I just want you to see it.
Yeah. I think I might have also just tunnel visioned a little too hard on the Chanshoku.
Yeah. But situationally, you should think like even if you won like 2000, you're kind of preventing me from like overtaking you, which is like a benefit to your average placement, right?
Yeah. So some of the rounds I was considering whether or not to just end the round and just take third. And I felt like since it was just a single game, I was like I wanted to push a little bit more towards first or second. But I
Okay.
think I think if it was in a league, I would have in earlier hands done more to just try and later on I would try more towards being like just guarantee third or second if possible.
Oh, yeah. Next time, play as if this is a league.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's move on.
All right. Moving on.
Pom. Long. Reach. Pom.
Four pin to give up on the hand? Or Forso, sorry.
No need to give up.
Yeah, I think you have 5 so Gembutsu. 1 so is Suji to the 4 so. You could start with those.
It's also one chanced.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sugi, so it doesn't matter.
I could transition to Chitoi this way, I guess.
It's no good.
Sumo.
We can briefly talk about the 6-month poem.
Sure.
Reach.
Pom.
Like right now, I'm before pawning, right? I am. This is Yishanten. If I draw a 6-0 or an ISO or a mon, I'm Tenpai.
Right.
Yeah.
So the poem is from Yishanten to yeah, go ahead and proceed.
Yeah. So you pong here and then you go backwards. So you're still. You didn't advance, right?
Yeah. But potentially there's more value this way, and I thought ASO is Gambutsu, 7-so is Suji, so I just thought that this progression is fine.
Six O push, because you're
I'm my last dealer.
in your tempai.
Pom.
Yeah.
So your
Did the fact that I hadn't cut any manzu to this point also factor into that? Like
Say
your
that again?
willingness to just with the fact that I had not cut any manzu up to this point, that factor into that? Like
Yeah, I mean, if you're more likely Monzu, then you're less likely Sozu, right?
yeah, that's I mean that's what I would have like thought, like they're cut nothing but Sozu and then they reach on a manzu, maybe they're in manzu. So I would have also thought, oh, let's cut some Sozu then. Maybe.
The
Yeah,
way
all
I
other
play this
things
hand,
being
the factors are like overdetermined. I'll do this either way.
equal.
Because it's not as if I'm really gonna deal my Monzu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's because I still kind of need them for myself, so it doesn't really factor into a decision.
See.
Yeah.
Pom.
What a cool shape.
if you had drawn Dora like before the Dora came out, you would have just pushed it.
Me?
Yeah. 147 is
Zero came out.
if 0 came out, yeah. Like at this point, like if instead of this, well, I mean, I guess you already discarded it earlier, but you know.
I think I still have to take the better shape.
Yeah. Generally speaking, if you're fighting someone else's Ricci, you want to take the higher win rate. Better shape.
Sumo.
Oh, what do we have here?
These are interesting.
I mean, technically speaking, this is not wrong.
But how good is it? Let's talk about that. Like, do you see a possibility for Hongitsu?
I feel like that'd be fairly difficult, right? Because I've only
Fairly-
got 2 groups in Manzu and 2 groups in the honors.
So you need one more, right? For 5 blocks.
Yeah, I would need one more, and I think that's, I don't know, isn't that pretty difficult? So I didn't really consider the possibility.
Go ahead.
how many tiles can you draw for your 5th block?
It's,
Yeah.
from here, well, it can be green, or I guess it can be literally any Manzu. So, well, like,
Well, it can't be one. That wouldn't form another block.
Yeah.
Or two.
wait, oh, I see. So anything down to like, well, 2 from 5. That's just 3 then, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could say you kind of get another block when you draw like 4, or even like another 5.
Even
Mhm.
3, yeah.
Yeah, if I was like super committing to Monitsu. That's true.
You don't have to full commit, but I think it's okay to hedge cutting 7 so here.
I see.
Yeah. Because I mean, still 5 blocks, and the Honitsu, if you get it, is a lot bigger.
Yeah, and especially if you pair up the Hatsu, that could easily be 12,000.
Yeah, so with this Tumon here, now you can basically get any Manzu to make another block, right? To replace your 6/8 pin.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, at this point, I was just, I did think about whether it'd be worth, but I just thought the advice, like in general, was to like not go back. But yeah, I guess when it's worth this much, I should think about that harder, huh?
It's not wrong to discard Tumon. I mean, it's still you know, good not to go backwards.
Yeah, the other factor I would think about is, I'm already like, I got my lead's not that big, but I am in the lead, so I didn't feel like super pressured to take a risk. I would rather. I was just thinking I wanted to finish the hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad intuition, honestly.
It's pretty good.
Because you let me support your point of view. Let's say if you just win 1,000, right? It's actually like pretty not bad, because that puts you out of the Mongon range. Oh, actually, never mind. You're an upcoming dealer. But just getting a little bit more points here could be pretty worthwhile.
Yeah, like going for a large hand is not particularly important.
I actually think cutting 2 mon here is a better balance.
Mm.
Because I mean, you can't still say your 3 mon goes with your 5 mon, right?
If you draw
Yeah.
3, yeah.
봄,
Oh,
봄,
That's the Dora.
봄.
Wait.
Chinitsu.
generally prefer to cut 8 pin here for value purposes.
I messed up this hand real bad anyways. So
Yeah, what this should be like Honitsu, Yakuhai Toi Toi. All of those combined.
12 G's.
봄.
Oh,
But I guess it's still worth like pointing out that you see like there's one Haku cut, right? So that thing only accepts one tile. The other one accepts
No, but I didn't
four,
notice
right?
the green afterwards, but that's also cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I cut the white was like really one tile to wait for it.
But the 7-pin versus the Haku, like it's gonna be very difficult for anyone else to use the Haku. So like, and you can call from anyone, so it's not really that much slower. If you decided to take Haku and Hatsu instead.
all right. Jumping back to this one here. Calling the tune.
ポン
Now you go for Honitsu.
ポン
Yeah.
Quick, what's your weight?
It's the I have a Sean Pon weight.
Hmm.
I'm 5 and 7.
That's correct.
Do a little switchy switch.
Oh, is there another way you can switch?
Another way. Let's see. I think that's
Usually, you would look at the same tiles of the same suji.
the same. Wait, what?
Like once you, if you're looking at other alternatives, either
Mhm.
looking for weights or looking for alternative things to cut, that would mean the same thing. Then you would look for the tiles of the same suji. So you discarded 5.
Right.
So you could take a look at 8, see if that does the same thing.
Oh, I see. Does that? Oh, you're right. That's a Rhiannon. Wait, no, it's not Rhiannon, but I end up with 5, 6, 7, pair 7, and I see. Okay, but the weight is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's probably better.
Why would it be better?
Oh,
It's less dangerous tile to deal in general, right? Like it's closer to the edge.
This is one reason, yes. That's correct. Like, take a look at Toyman, right? Like, if they were Tenpai, would have dealt in.
Yeah.
there sometimes is another reason for you to do this, because like you could also get Toy Toy if you do it this way, right? You cut 8 and then you draw 5 again.
Or
Now
3 or
you are
6.
eligible for
Or 3 or
Toy Toy.
6, right?
Yeah, or Super 6.
I see.
I mean, if you draw 6, you're free 10 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I kind of didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even if you draw 5, for
Wait,
the
what?
widest weight, you're also free 10, right?
You could
If you draw 5 and you cut 6,
you could take 3 Montanki.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to take 3 mon. Yeah.
Or 3,
Yeah.
4, I guess.
yeah, which is pretty nice.
Good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. This will also help, this trick of like looking for the same sujis. Just like when parsing chinitsus or honitsus, more complicated things.
Yeah.
Each.
All right, what now? What does the book say?
The book, well, you need to be tenpai, your hands need worth something, and you need to have a good weight. I've got 2 out of 3. I think
Yep.
I pushed.
Yeah. This is correct. So yeah, that's the book answer. That's correct. But something that the book doesn't say, well, maybe it does it say? Shoot, I forgot. Is placement considerations.
Oh, that's true.
If you were, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So just some food for
makes
thought.
Kang.
Oh.
Pom.
Oh,
Wait,
I passed it.
wait a second. Wait a second.
It was my win.
You clicked
Yeah,
on the wrong button.
my headphones are here.
Yeah, I clicked on the run button.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Pom.
Oh,
Whoops.
You're just switching for toy, right?
All right.
Why are we pausing here?
Sorry, I'm just taking a look.
Pom.
No me gusta.
Pom.
So
Oh.
Is
technically,
it because you see a bunch of 9-pin and 6-pin?
Yeah. And then couldn't finish that block, so I figured Hangya would be better.
oh, no con.
Because I wasn't gonna reach you.
Chi.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dong.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about the 9-pin and 6-pin and trying to finish it. Okay, so like if you see something like this, right? Like how how good or bad are you like kind of thinking about this? Because technically, I mean, just factually speaking, there's 4 out, right?
Yeah.
Plus 8 pin. So you still have another 8 pin and 3 6 pins and 1 9 pin. So that's like 6 tiles, right? Wait.
Yeah.
Like that number is not that low on just yeah, it's not that low.
It's better than a Kanchan or a Penchan.
My worry here was that if I couldn't complete my groups in time, and I had a Champagne wait on the 8, I wouldn't have enough. Like there's only gonna be 1 left on.
But as long as you keep your 7 and 8 together, you'll not be forced into 8 pin tongue Shabo.
Worry about not having a 9 or 6.
You always have the chance to take the Liangmen.
Mhm.
If you draw 6 pin, right, then you can just cut your 8 pin. Like you have 1 extra block here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
봄,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
치, 롱,
All right. Oh. Is my computer glitching out? All right. Seems to be fine.
치, 치,
Oh, I think we talked with Jeff about this yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Does it warrant talking about again?
Oh. Yeah, what should you do when you are like Tenpai with no Yaku? Don't get to Tenpai with no Yaku. No, this is a joke. But yeah, well, Phong, what do you think you should do? Because I mean, you could throw the 1 2 3 or like, because you could see the 5 6 7 Sanchoku, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you might think it's easier to just knot it up.
Just call it 9, yeah.
There's only 1
There's
left.
only 1 left.
But I guess it will come out. If it's not in the dead wall, it will come out.
This is true. I mean, or people could just hold on to it and never discard it and then just be no 10 at the end.
Yeah.
Is that likely?
You can't say one way or the other.
Okay. I just thought it'd be like, I guess if, that's true. If somebody's like really like full folding, they wouldn't push it unless they had to, right? Unless
Yeah.
it's like the safest thing they had.
Like if someone reached right now, and they have safer tiles, they're not going to discard it as readily, right?
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Let's just conclude. It's easier to just call the non in this case, because like on the 5 6 7 side, you're just gonna miss too many.
Yeah, it's like especially with this shape here.
Hmm.
And in particular, 6-pin's not even like that easy to call or get, and you can't even move it. So, yeah, just take the better shape. The win rate is much higher.
So in this case, you would recommend Bryant?
Cutting 5-7 pin.
Mm-hmm.
Chi.
Wow, he got it. But now he has to get the 6-pin and non, or another 6-man, I guess.
Or because you don't want to be tenpai.
Oh,
Yeah, you said tenpai.
wait, he could have called.
Take the tempai.
Take tenpai. Tenpai good. You've gotten to this point.
Got the Yaku. Doesn't choose Tenpai.
Pom.
Would you cheat? Would you Pong?
Oh, the 6-man? Probably Pong.
Nah, I would Chi.
G.
I think it's Chi.
Because Toyman would try to help maybe.
Oh wait, if you
Wouldn't Chi make it obvious?
it
that
would.
That-
Jamshoku?
That's the point.
It would.
Because
Some
Toyman,
metagaming.
yeah, like you don't have Dora because you cut Dora first turn. So it's very unlikely for you to have anything more than like Tanyao Sanshoku.
Oh, well, this is smart.
So for them to deal in would end the game and they
Yeah.
confirm first.
I 100% would not have dealt that, but that makes a lot of sense, and now I know I should.
It's something you don't really think about all too often. But it's something that you could. But if you Chi, could you also Pon Nan later, switch to Tanki? Or switch to Shampon? Would that be
I mean,
better?
you can, right?
You
just
can. Would
cut
you want to?
6-mon
Yeah.
and you're fine.
Yeah. Wait. Cut 6.
Like you can go either way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You could. You have a lot of options.
Mhm.
Pom.
Hand doesn't just end at Tenpai.
Pom.
Chi.
Whoa. What a switch. Avoid stealing in. I mean, it was not Tenpai anyways.
Let's go back to Ashley's Naimon.
Sure.
Here you have the option to wait on 7-mon or 9-mon 3-pin.
Yeah. The number of tiles I thought were the same.
Number of tiles is the same. This is true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wasn't really sure. But I guess 9-mon is less useful.
Mhm.
So that might have been a better way. Wait.
Yeah, and I mean, you could also consider you look kind of Tanya, right?
Yeah.
And so does your Shimocha.
Yeah.
So in that case, like people might think Daimon is like really safe. additionally,
Does the foo go over?
that's not what I was gonna say, but additionally, you can, if you take the Shabo, you can move back to 1/4 pin Tenpai. Which is a pretty big benefit.
Hmm.
You see it?
Can I know if I cut the 2-pin?
There,
But if you draw
if
it
you
back,
drew it back.
Oh, if I drew
Yeah.
it back, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the benefit of doing Shampon versus, either Kanchan or Penchan especially, I guess, is that the benefit of Shampon is that you can switch one of your pairs to become a Diaoman.
Yeah.
Later on.
If you didn't already cut 2-pin, then it's even better, right? Because you can switch to 2/5 pin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though the number of tiles is the same, in this sort of case where you're open and you can move it around, the Shampon is generally preferred because you could switch it to Diamond easier.
This is not in Riichi Book 1, is it?
It is not in Riichi Book 1, but it is in Uzaku's Tile Efficiency book.
Okay.
He goes over various different, depending on what kind of tile it is, right? Because it might change. If it's a Shampon where it's like, 9-9 and 2G highs, then taking the Shampon's better.
Okay. Oh, we can go to the next hand.
Yeah.
Phong. Chi.
Six mon. Is there a particular reason you're holding on to the 9-pin?
No, actually, after I cut the 6, I saw the 9. And I should cut the 9 pin instead.
Wait a second. Oh, sorry. Huh?
I'm looking at Plato. I can't see.
At
Yes,
Play-Doh?
Is someone
the
like
stream is
on
blurry.
really bad internet?
Should I wait for a little bit?
It I can see now.
This 5 Mondist card is interesting.
Trying to force the Sanshoku to get over.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to do, Jeff?
I think Jeff left.
Uh,
Oh no, Jeff's back.
Okay.
I went out for a little bit. Yeah, I was kind of forcing the Shanshoku here.
But you could even do it with if you just cut 7 mon.
I was thinking about there's too many blocks already if I do that because because I have to have the 789 3 times and then I already have a completed 2 3 4. So there's like the tunnel vision for the Shanshoku was here.
But you don't need the 7-mon for Sanshoku.
The second one.
Yeah, but but I'm not gonna need the 5 or the 4. So I was thinking about getting rid of them earlier than later. Because if
preserving good shape has the benefit of like blocking you getting taken over. Like not only should you be concerned of like overtaking East, you should also be equally concerned for other people overtaking you. Yeah.
Or even like, because you winning also means you won't deal into someone. Like you dealing into dealer could easily drop you to last. at this
Yeah.
point.
Like one way to think about it is there's one way that you move up, and that's you winning.
Yeah.
But there's several ways that you could drop, right? They could win, you could deal in.
Yeah.
So
Also, the gap is smaller.
Yeah.
that too, yeah.
봄,
봄,
It's a 9-pin palm.
Oh, I had faith that the nun would come later.
봄,
봄,
9-pin Pong I like, but why go down?
But the cut. Sorry, what?
But why would you lose
봄,
one block?
봄,
Yeah, I don't know. I made a wrong call. I regretted it immediately after making the call.
Okay.
Oh, Ashley's earbuds just ran out. Let me switch to speakers.
Bryant, would you discard 3-pin from here or one of the Yakuhai?
Oh, that's too hard to answer.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
it's so quiet.
that's a natural question someone might ask.
Yeah.
봄,
Probably Yakuhai for me.
봄,
The shape is too garbage. I need the 3-pin.
강,
Sorry, could y'all say something real quick? Just to
Yeah.
test?
Hello?
Something.
Okay. Pretty good. A little bit better. Still pretty quiet, but we can just hold this real close.
Okay.
봄,
지,
봄, 롱,
Exciting. All right. Let's see.
리치,
Tempai. No safe tiles. 6-mon.
I think I literally only picked that because I thought my odds of victory were better with 1-mon. I wasn't thinking about folding.
I mean, this is
About
true.
finishing.
You are technically correct. One mon would be more likely to be discarded. But then
This-
why
This
switch?
is not
But then why switch?
This I don't remember why I did that.
because 1-mon's now Suji and Steve.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I got spooked. I got cold feet, so I
Oh.
Suji.
I I feel like if you have the courage to push 6-mon Ipatsu here, I think you should continue. Especially now that, like, oh, 1-mon's Tsuji. People might discard it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, you don't have any safe tiles here.
I mean, yeah.
リーチ
Oh. I feel like
2 months Dora.
no, I was thinking, is 6-0 an option? It's safe against one person.
Not really, no.
Not really, huh? Should you just Ricci? No,
Nah.
Don't need to.
you don't need to.
Yeah, I don't think I would re-cheat because I'm already first, right? If I finish, then we're done.
Yeah. But it's not going to finish this Gyoku because dealer standby. But yeah, if you win, it's over. Wait. Was this call good? This 2-so call?
チ
What was cut after?
Let me take a look. Hold on.
チ
It was 2-pin.
2-pin is no chance. I guess it's
I mean,
playable.
it's Gyobutsu, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's no chance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there's a lot of sticks on the table.
Hold on, can you swap to me real quick?
Yeah, sure.
So just an example, right? Like I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, how much do I need to overtake? So I will hover my mouse over in the middle, 49, right? And then I do minus 29
Right.
because of the home button and the Ricci stick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm like, oh, I only need 2,000 to tie.
Well,
and if
you tsumo, then
yeah, then it's good.
Yeah.
Or if someone like throws some stick, then I'm also good. So that's all I need. But you should know that even before the first cut is what I'm saying. All right. Nothing else.
チ
Are you currently wondering, Bryant, what this person is doing?
Of course.
Okay.
ポン
That's want to say that's kind of a consideration, but like that's not determined right now. It's overdetermined right now because let's say if Amon was in Dora, right? Let's go back to my perspective
You're
on the ones.
on the one so.
Yeah, like here I have the choice between breaking 1-3 mon and 7-9 mon, right? If there's no Dora considerations, then I wouldn't want to help like my Kamicha finish their 1-3.
Your Shimocha, yeah.
Yeah, my Shimocha. So then I would more because like I know for a fact that they're probably just rushing for a hand, right? Because they're already in first.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not assist that. And then thus I'll throw 7-9 on. But here there's Dora. So if I ping fu Dora, then that makes my condition easier. I don't even have to reach.
Right.
Yeah.
ポン
but I think Phong should chi my 3 so.
Oh, this one, yeah.
The 3 so?
Yeah. If you chi the 3 so, you'll be left with a 2-3 so downman.
That's true.
So you can make another block there.
Yep, that's all.
Should no, that would destroy his Sanshoku. 2 so?
You can chi or pong this too. Sorry, you can chi this 2 so as well.
This hand hurt me so much.
You let it hurt you.
Going for Kutsuki Shanten.
Chi.
It's really funny because the Tumon I had seriously considered keeping.
What for?
Wait, this Tumon?
There was a reasoning for this. It was because of what happened earlier. Before I had confirmed the Shanshoku before, I had a thought process of what happens if I could hedge between 2-3-4 or 1-2-3. And the Tumon, the first Tumon cut was useful for that, and I rethought about it here, and then I decided that it would be better to wait for either side of the 4 or either of the 4 sides, the 3-pin, 4 or 3-pin, 2-pin, etc., etc. But that thought had crossed my mind, and then later I drew out the 3-mon, and that hurt me. Not literally, but yeah.
What are your thoughts on, because right now you're not in Mongon range, right? So you're basically looking to confirm third.
Yeah, the other thought for the reason behind the 2, I just remember the other reasoning is that if I keep the 2, there's a chance that I have closed Chanta. Because if I draw a 1 or a 3, it's possible for Paifu Chanta, or just if I draw a 1 mon here, then it's just Chanta with Shanshoku.
If you have Chanta, you also have Ipeiko, just saying.
Yeah, so it'd be Chanta, Ipeiko, and my host would be Tsumo.
Chanta, Ipeiko, Ichitsumo, that's still Mongon.
Isn't that, it's...
Did you count Sanshoku?
Oh, Sanshoku, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. That... Yeah.
Is Hanemon enough, though?
With the sticks, yeah.
Yeah, because dealers...
Then it's kind of fine, right? Like, if it's actually enough.
I think... I mean, I just like taking the tempai here.
You're supposed to.
Isn't it enough for first?
I think with the 6, yeah, it's enough for first as well.
Then you should keep the Tumon, actually.
Yeah, that was a thought, and then I decided on this. I don't remember why. I thought it was more likely to draw on either of those 2 sides than just part of it was I thought it was more likely, and that I had already tossed the Tumon earlier, and so I was just kept going.
The fact you tossed Tumon earlier is not relevant, though.
Yeah.
Don't cut that pay, please. Just cut 4 so.
Yeah.
Chi. Pom.
Right, is this enough? Oh yeah, you have Dora. Yeah, Paifu Dora, as you said.
I misclicked on the form on the Naimon earlier.
Oh, that's what happened. I was like, huh.
Yeah, I did. That was a misclick. Because I will have just reaching this.
Right.
Yeah.
You misclick on the Naimon instead. You click the Naimon instead of the Riichi button.
I don't know how that. I think like it just auto cut a Naimon for me. I truly don't know what happened.
Okay.
Pom.
Wait. Oh, right.
Pom. Chi. Sumo.
Wow.
You should for actually I think you should still cut 8-pin instead of 5-pin.
At this point here, with
Oh.
the 5, where did the 5-pin come from? Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was running out of time for this because I was thinking about keeping it, but then I remembered that I was furry 10 on the 8. So I should have just thrown out the 8 instead. But I think I was just like trying to finish, or not finish, but just to finish my turn.
Yeah, I mean a 5-pin literally just passed.
Right.
But I mean other people you can get other people to 10. It's kind of small, but Jeff is less likely to call the 8-pin.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like just safe enough.
It's actually 100% safe.
Can I be? Yeah, because I can't even take con 8-pin. There's not enough 9-pins for me to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chi.
Yeah. All right.
Sumo.
What a draw.
Jeff, I think you should pull my payback though. If it's this late,
And then just taking the tempai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean you call 5-pin for the same purpose, but it's this is already late enough.
All right, and that's the end. Any last words before I end the recording?
No, thank you. I guess. Thank you. That's good.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Well, glad you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll end it here.